Hello, my dear students. Welcome you all once again to our English class. Today, we are dealing with a new lesson from Moments. The first lesson, The Lost Child. And this Lost Child was written by Mulk Raj Anand. He was born in the year 1905 on 12th December, and he died in the year 2004 on 20th September. Going much about Mulk Raj Anand, we see that he was an Indian writer in English, and he was notable for his depiction of the lives of the poorer caste in traditional Indian society. And also he worked very hard to upbring the life of these people from the sufferings. And he was considered to be one of the pioneers of Indo-Anglian fiction. He worked along with many other eminent writers of India. And he is one among the first India-based writers in English to gain an international readership. Some of his famous novels based on the poorer caste in traditional Indian society is Untouchable, which was published in the year 1935. Another one is Coolie, that also came out in the year 1936. And the next year, he gave another novel, Two Leaves and a Bud, in the year 1937. Now, one of the greatest things that we need to remember about Mulk Raj Anand is that he was a recipient of civilian honor of Padma Bhushan. So here he was just portraying the life of a village through the lesson The Lost Child. Now going to the introduction and the general outlook of The Lost Child. This is a story about a child who with his parents visit a village fair after the winter season, and the child was in his heightened spirit of enjoying the fair. Though he demands many things that he sees in the fair, once he happened to lose his parents from the fair, and he gives importance to the love and bond that he shares with his parents rather than the things that he demanded in the fair. So this is what the lesson is all about, the lost child. Okay, so first I want my students to take the text and see the lessons or see the paragraphs as I just continues the story. Okay, coming to the first part of the lesson, I'll read it. You have to go through your textbook. I'll also read and I'll give the explanation. I think I can provide you the key points from each paragraph as I continues. Okay. So shall we take the textbook? Open your textbook and see the first paragraph. Okay. It was the festival of spring. From the wintry shades of narrow lanes and alleys emerged a gaily clad humanity. Some walked, some rode on horses, others sat, being carried in bamboo and bullock carts. One little boy ran between his father's legs, brimming over with life and laughter. So just coming to the first paragraph, you see that it just talks about a village fair that is happening or that is set up. And we see that the story is set in what season? It was the festival of spring. That means the story is set in spring season. And we see that from the wintry shades of narrow lanes. What is wintry shades means? Wintry shades of narrow lanes and alleys means in the winter season the narrow lanes were full of shade. Okay, so just after the winter season, the people are all excited and they were enjoying the days in spring season. Along with that, we see that we can just feel an ambience of festival that is going on in this village. Okay, so here, in order to attend this festival or this fair, many people are arriving in this fair. On the conveyance they are using is, some walked, some rode on horses, others sat, being carried in bamboo and bullock carts. So, what are the means in which the people are just arriving in this village fair? Here it says that some people are walking, some people just rode on horses, some people were taken by bullock carts and bamboo carts, they were being seated. Okay, so, and in between we see that here comes the little hero of our story. He comes along with his parents. Okay, so they were cheerful as chilling cold weather had entered. People are coming in different modes, in foods, horses, bamboo carts, bullock carts, and now a little child was accompanied by his parents. He comes to the fair with his parents. Now, specifically talking about this particular boy, he was so excited and he was just banged around his father's leg. You all know that how a small child just walks around, especially when he was so elated, when he was in a heightened spirit of excitement. You know that he just walks along with his parents, just banging around his father's leg, isn't it? So this child, he was just accompanied by his parents and he was just running all around excitedly, and often he comes and takes hold of his father's leg. Okay, and also another thing that we see here is, in between, what happened? The parents are just calling. What happened here? We see that come child, come, called his parents as he lagged behind, fascinated by the toys in the shops that lined the way. So we see that as this child was so much excited, as he was just enjoying the thrills, the sight of this fair, we see that in between he lags. What is that lagging? Lagging means he was just left behind, standing there on a particular point and looking towards the stalls, or just looking at the balloons, lights, everything. So his parents were just moving forward and this little boy was standing on a particular place. So parents just look back and just call him, come, my little child. His parents used to call like that. He was highly fascinated. What is fascinated means? He was highly attracted towards each and everything that he sees around in the fair. Okay, and fascinated by the toys in the shop that lined the way. What is that lined the way? You know that you might have visited a fair or festival or something like that. When you go there, there'll be different shops in which different items were sold. Just like altogether, you know, the small children will be highly excited by seeing toys, then sweets, then balloons, lights, colorful things likewise. So in between, as they were just moving from one place to another, watching and witnessing the things all over there, what happened? He used to lag in between. Okay, he used to stay there waiting for some time, enjoying the bright color, enjoying how the merry-go-round is going, the horse ride, everything likewise. He used to wait there. So then what happens? The next paragraph says that he hurried towards his parents, and his feet obedient to their call, his eyes still lingering on the receding toys as he came to where they had stopped to wait for him. He could not suppress the desire of his heart, even though he well knew the old cold stare of refusal in his eyes. So what we see here is, as I told you that he was fascinated, he was attracted by the toys, by the lights, he used to wait there. So anyhow, his parents always have a look about this child to see whether this boy is with them or not. So whenever he was just stopping in between, his parents used to call him. He hurried towards his parents. Whenever his parents just called, okay, my son, come fast. When the parents were calling like this, he never said, okay, let me wait some more time here. No, he just went along with the parents. He hurried towards them. As an obedient boy, he just followed the parents, but still then his eyes is fascinated by the toys. Small children are always like that. Once they just caught hold of something, until they get that one, they just keep on looking at that one, isn't it? Here also the small child does the very same thing. Obediently he listens to the call of his parents, but still then he was just looking backward to see whether the particular toy was there, whether he may get a chance to get the toy, isn't it? And what we see here is, as he came to where he had stopped now, he just came towards where the parents were waiting. He could not suppress the desire of his heart, even though he well knew the cold stare of refusal in his eyes. That means he understood that actually in his mind. He says that actually I wanted that one. Shall I just say this to my parents? So as he was just moving forward with the call or obediently following the calls of his parents, but still then he can feel the emotion. He can just understand the feelings that he is going on in his mind for wanting the toy that was just kept in the shops. Okay, so this is what this 5 paragraph just talks about. So what happened? Just have a quick look on the 5 paragraphs that we have read. Now the story, as we see in the first paragraph, it was set in spring season. Just after which season? Just after the winter season. You know, the winter season is very chilling, cold and all, and also the shades of the trees, every place likewise. And now right after the winter season, all the people are enjoying the spring season, and above all a village fair is going on, and all the people of that place are very excited, and they were just moving to attend this village fair. And how they went there? Some people walked, some on horses, some was carried by in the bamboo and willow carts, isn't it? And here comes, along with this, there is a family where a little boy is accompanied by his parents. He was so excited and he used to run all around. Then in between, when his parents just calls him, he just got hold of his father's leg. You know, this is how small children just does, isn't it? And anyhow, he was full of life and he was just laughing all around, looking all the things all over there. And moreover, he was attracted towards the toys which was just displayed in various stalls. And just looking at, as his mind is so attracted towards this, we see that this boy just waits in front of small toys, all stalls, isn't it? And by this time, his parents just called him and said, okay, come, just go forward. Let's just go forward. And anyhow, even though he has great wish for these toys, he obediently follow his parents. But he knows that his eyes were still wanting for what? Wanting for the toys. Okay. And next paragraph, you can see in the next class. Have a great day. Thank you all.